Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is an honor for me to be able to join as a presenter in the International Seminar of BIC-ETAH 2020. I am Farrah Zahiriyah as a student of Educational Technology Ibnu Khaldun University Bogor, Indonesia. The title of the journal is Online Learning Process on Pandemic Period in the Junior High School Teacher. By researchers Farrah Zahiriyah from Ibnu Khaldun University Bogor, Indonesia. The first is abstract. One of the impact pandemic COVID-19 is affecting the world of education today, and the Indonesian government to implement the policy to apply online-based distance learning, which is called online learning. This study aims to determine the extent to which junior high school teachers utilize information technology in the distance learning process, supporting factors and factors that hinder teachers from implementing online learning during the pandemic. With the advancement of information technology at this time, use of information technology greatly supports learning methods during the COVID-19 pandemic. Next is keyword. The keyword from this paper is distance learning, inhibiting factor, online learning, and supporting factor. Introduction. Learning process is a system that involves a single component which is interrelated and interact with each other to achieve an optimal expected result in accordance with the START objective, Pen and Daslapang 2017. With the high number of spare of COVID-19, government in Indonesia implements a policy to implement online-based distance learning, which is called online learning, and information technology is one way out for implementing online learning. This research to provide an overview of how online learning was carried out by teachers in the COVID-19 pandemic era, and provide an overview of supporting factors as well as factors that were obstacles for teachers in online learning in the pandemic era COVID-19. Thus, observers will observe how and what is the best on observation of the online learning process during the pandemic for junior high school teachers at Az-Zahiriyah Islamic Junior High School, Bekasi, Indonesia. Method. The method in this study used a descriptive qualitative method. So, the study subject used in this study is all 8th grade teacher. Totally is 14 people at Az-Zahiriyah Islamic Junior High School. So, the instrument used in the study is questionnaire, interview grades, and documentation. So, in the study, 3 research steps were carried out. The first was the pre-field stage, the second was the direct research stage, the third stage was data analysis. And the data analysis was carried out by the researchers, namely processing the data had been collected and obtained in the field, both in the form of information and documentation in the previous stage, then complete into a study. Result and discussion. The first instrument is questionnaire. Questionnaire was then distributed via the Google Form application to all teachers. We come to know from the questionnaire during online learning use the hybrid course of blended learning with Zoom application, Google Classroom application, and WhatsApp. So, supporting factor is availability of computer facility. Second, all teachers use Android cell phone. Third, availability Wi-Fi at school. And the last is learning time become more flexible. So, factor that hinder teacher is internet network is not available where student live. Second, not all students have device. So, not all teacher master that the use of technology. So, based on information from the informatic team, a grade student participation is online learning is 82. Second instrument is interview. Interview were conducted via WhatsApp, and we come to know online learning use hybrid course with cycle of 2 weeks. The first week with synchronous method and use Zoom application, and second week is asynchronous method with Google Classroom and WhatsApp application. So, supporting factor learning online are the availability computer school. Second, have all teacher use Android phone. Third, the availability of internet Wi-Fi in school. Four, learning become more flexible. So, factor the hinder teacher. The first is internet network in the student area is so bad. And second, not all students have device and do not join class study group to Google Classroom. So the last, not all teachers can use technology. Based on information from the information team, student participation in online learning is 82%. Third instrument is documentation. Data collection was collecting documentation during the online learning, starting from photo of activities, recording the learning process via Zoom, Google Classroom documentation, and teacher notes during online implementation. Conclusion. From this research, we can take conclusion. During the COVID-19 pandemic in grade 8 of Farrah Zahiriyah Islamic Junior High School, used the hybrid course with a learning cycle of 2 weeks. In the first week, learning is synchronous online with the Zoom application, and the second week with asynchronous method with Google Classroom and WhatsApp application. So, supporting factors in the during online learning is availability of facilities computer school. Second, have all teachers use Android phone. Third, the availability of the Wi-Fi in school. 4, learning become more flexible. 5, sufficient internet quota assistance. So, some of the factors hindering online learning are: first, not all students have a device. Second, there is no assistance from people due to the limited knowledge or parent or because parent work. Third, student quota is limited. 4, not all teachers master the use of technology. So, based on information from the informatic team, a grade student participation in online learning is 82%. Acknowledgement. In the publication Jurnal online learning process on pandemic period in the Jurnal high school teacher, the manuscript review process involved peer reviewers. Therefore, on this opportunity, the author would like to thank bibliography. Thank you.